Welcome to the Tangled Puppet. So, we're going to have a little early morning channeling, reading, soul tribe meeting is what I'm hearing. So, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to channel it out, give you the message I got, and then I will do some clarifying on it with my cards in a second, but it might be a blackout. I don't know. It depends on if I want to hold the phone. Okay, but anyway, so the message that I channeled out for today, the message that the Spirit wants me to give is finding the real me throughout this journey, okay? Staying, going, hiding, comfortability. Hidden from self makes self leave you. When you hide yourself will leave you. Then you're going to be running around looking for yourself like a game of hide and seek. Except for it's not so easy to find yourself when you know all of the perfect tricks there is when playing hide and seek, okay? You are the mastermind of this game because you created it in your mind. And so it's easy to show emotions when they're not about yourself or not making you vulnerable. That's easy to talk to somebody else about their emotions, but can you truly express yours from a healed state? Or have you begun to find yourself and then heal yourself? Oh my gosh, tag, you're it. I need to be healed type of thing. But anyway, so I'm going to read the message that I have for you. Who am I? Who have I been? Who will I become? Transparent green is the message that I'm picking up on. That's a message from one's heart and solar plexus. Kind of a lighter message. That's why it's transparent, is what Spirit told me. I know we don't, well, we'll just leave it at that. The heart's vibe and energy they have sent out is one of transparent, one of transparently, visibility, and with perseverance to discover of your own true soul tribe, authenticity. With perseverance to discover your own true soul tribe. The support systems in soul tribe is going to allow you to move and master your destiny like fine wine. Manifest while doing your shadow work and actually receiving all miracles and no longer struggling to see my own reflection, because this person that I am, it's worth a whirl, so go on ahead and give it a spin. This person's energy is now golden from a state of sadness, a state of brown, or like, so colors have something to do with this message today because I'm picking up on a lot of colors. I'm seeing someone that has, it's almost like working the 12-step program for the counselor and not for yourself. They've worked their spiritual program to exude a certain level, but didn't actually do the shadow work along the way. And it's making them feel very vulnerable and maybe even kind of broken still, but capable is the key. Capable and willing to be the shapeshifter of their own destiny, and then be the teacher. Don't be the teaching tool. Be the tool that teaches how to get to a state of elevation, okay? Yeah, you are not the teaching tool. You're the tool of teaching by teaching how to use these tools to elevate. Okay, that's a message for this specific person. Rising from the ashes of guilt, the ashes that once held a person back, the ashes of shame, the ashes that kept one held back in their lives, some in their lives soon will rise so strong and so vibrant, like the waters of the Pacific Ocean. They will flow with fluidity. Man on the run, stand your ground. The hangman is on the road to the high priestess. This man is on the run from the high priest. This man is looking for the high priestess. This man is a king of pentacles, moving on for a new generous heart, not really realizing that this high priestess already knows. But that's not the message I'm trying to go in. I don't know why that message really come out like that. So, man on the run. You know that song, Man on the Run. Maybe this man has been hiding from himself. He's running from himself, from his true self. And instead of giving his destiny a whirl, he ran. Man on the run. Anyways, that's what I'm picking up on. And, this person's lesson is about to close out. It's not going to come back open for him. And he is no longer stale or stuck because he's on the run. He's running from himself worse than he ever has before. Someone tells the truth, makes this man say, fuck. And at 12 p.m., more. He wants more. More of what? That's maybe himself. I want more, but instead he's running from it, not finding it. I need to be free, more, yells more. I need more freedom. So he still is not trying to face the fact of who he is yet. He wants to be more free from himself so he can pretend to be who he needs to be at the moment. So he wants more time to be a facade, is what I'm hearing. So man or woman, switch it how you need to. Somebody is wearing a metal mask, and it is their mental compression from this metal mask that has closed down their mind into a place of stagnant, stale energy that would rather be a track star in the Olympics than the mastermind that they were already born to be. They didn't even have to train to be this. In their mind, they were already this person. They were scared of who they could be, so they refused to let the world see who they are. And they ran, scared from their own selves. How terrifying would you be if you were the boogeyman chasing you and you could never get away? Pretty fucking scared, right? This man's shaking his shoes. He is out of control in his mind. This man could take his own life, I'm hearing. That's pretty sad, but it's possible. In the next 72 hours, there will be a decision made about this man and his track star shoes and what path he'll take. There's three. He could stop running from himself and face it and begin to acknowledge himself, and maybe self won't take him out. Or he can keep running like Forrest Gump and never stop, never turn around, never come back, and just keep going and going and going. At that point, you might as well have sold your soul because you didn't even benefit from running from it. I'm just saying. Or death. Done. Nada. No more. Pow. 45. Mama, I'm coming home. Ozzy Osbourne song. That's what I hear. You took me in and you drove me out. Time after time. Lifetime after lifetime. By the fire in your eyes. You told me lies. That's what this man is saying to himself. By the fire in my own eyes, you told me lies. So I run from you. He doesn't even trust his own self. Somebody shattered this man's ability to trust when they were young. I'm hearing 6 years old, something happened. Maybe the mother was kind of close to a sex worker or something. They probably never admit that. But maybe curiosity of sexual experiences with these children around or child around led to a horrible tragedy that this man never told anybody, which made him not trust anybody, not even himself. He don't even trust himself to put himself down to go to sleep somewhere at night because he doesn't know if he'd wake up all right. That's a scary place to be in. I've not trusted myself before. I was brought up in a lifestyle that taught me not to trust myself at a young age. And because of that, when I did learn to trust myself, the world shook from it. It was like your biggest earthquake in the U.S. since the one that would collapse us, or did collapse us, whatever. The one that will collapse us will be felt like the one that was felt by me, just trusting myself. And whether humanoids felt it or not, that every divine creature felt when I trusted myself. The whole vibration shook the world because it was that strong of distrust for everything. I didn't even trust animals myself, nothing. Today, I trust myself 102%. I trust God 500% though. And the rest just falls in place. It's having faith instead of just in case, plan B. I don't make plan B or C or D or E anymore. God says, this is what I want you to do. I go do it with no questions asked because I already know that if I'm doing it in a divine order, it's divinely orchestrated, which means that I have no control on the outcome regardless. So when I surrendered to my divine path, I completely surrendered. Somebody needs to hear that today. Have you forgotten who you truly are? What have you ever searched for your divine path, your true soul's essence? Or have you spent most of your 50-something years alive literally being a track star from one of the most powerful beings on this planet, yourself? Your purpose was not to be the coach of track. God did not put you here to teach people how to run, let alone from themselves. I'm hearing such a powerful influencer and figure will be taken out before God allows such a powerful influence to teach others to run from themselves and think it's okay. So if you have that strong of an influence on the public and you're still hiding who you are and running from yourself without doing your shadow work and bragging about who you are, Spirit's telling me, He's going to show the world who you are, that you're scared to show the world, and put you down and make you work through your shadow self. Make you talk to somebody about what happened to you, but also make you talk to yourself about yourself. Damn. It's going to make you work on your shadow side of your shadow self because you got that much shit built up. So let's go ahead and get some clarifications for this man or woman that is such a powerful influencer that they are teaching other people that it's okay to run from themselves because they have built it up like it is some noble thing to do. That the divine says, just keep going, going, going. Worry about somebody else. Help them with their stuff. Don't worry about yourself, because that's what a lot of people do. Love and light. No, it's not all love and light. It's black and white. Everything has duality. When it's up, something's down. When something's down, something's up. Everything in life. Happy, sad, angry, mad, hostile. It doesn't matter. There's opposite to everything, or it's double-sided same. I mean, it's still opposites of everything. There is no double-sided the same. We're designed that everything is one way or the other. You're either your authentic self or an other which is not anything. A facade. It's fake. It's an illusion. 101, an optical illusion. 101 ways to pretend you don't know who you are because you ran so far that you forgot. I mean, what are we going to do about this, guys? There's too many people, divine beings, not just people, not humanoids. We're talking about the divine chosen ones. If I haven't told anybody, by the way, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Let's get this message out there. Because if people don't help me by hitting a like, share, and subscribe, we're not going to get to the most people like this. So I'm going to have to take less time on here and more time going out and giving the message to the people Spirit says to. And I like to travel and do that. So that's going to be the next thing, is I'm going to start finding my soul tribe if they're not going to find me on here. So let's hit that like, share, and subscribe, because there's always way more viewers than does anything. Way more viewers than there's even subscribers, but you're still listening to my messages. So there's a reason why you won't subscribe, but you want to hear everything I got to say. Hit the subscribe button, then we can pick up on energy for you. I like to read on my subscribers. That's what I tell the Holy Father to give me. It says subscribers that pay attention to me, readings. When I ask for the collective, I'll ask for the collective. But a lot of times, I'm just doing it for my subscribers who actually tune into my messages because they are willing to support me and helping me get the divine's message out there. So once again, let's get that message out there. I'm not asking for donations. I'm not asking for money. If anybody ever comes at you asking for money, that is not me. I will not be asking you for money. I will not be part of that. I do not take donations. It's about getting the word out there to the divine beings to help them get on their path. The Holy Father will bless me later in time. It is not your chore to pay me for a message I was told to give you. That's like your landlord hiring the AC man to come do work at your house and then telling you to pay for it when you go to leave. That's not how this works. So, and by the way, all of this message is for entertainment purposes and self-evolution only. It is not to confuse you and thinking that I'm trying to persuade you into making other choices that's not what you wanted. But this message is for entertainment purposes and self-help purposes. So now back to the message. Please, by the way, if anybody is thinking that they would rather run from themselves permanently and leave this place, please contact somebody to talk to, or put yourself in a place that can help you. There's no need to get so low that we literally run from ourselves and take ourselves out. That's ridiculous, and that's a coward's way out. So make sure that if you're going to stand for something, stand for yourself, or don't stand up at all, I guess. But at least go somewhere somebody can help you stand back up. I mean, they got plenty of people that are willing to be your counselor and your crutch to help you until you can stand up on your own and begin to walk again. So never doubt that the universe has somebody already prepared to help you when you're ready to help yourself. Now, back to getting some of that clarification. By the way, do you like my little hat here? Godfather, he crocheted it, and I added the bow to it because I like it. Anyways, so someone's soul is literally dissipating and becoming transparent, even on the spiritual realm. And this is a very powerful being. The crazy thing is they don't recognize this. They don't realize that. They think they're getting stronger. Yeah, they're being tricked. They're tricking themselves. Green, like I said, this is a lighter green, transparent type of energy. This man could feel like a squirrel and get sidetracked easy. Squirrel, get back here. May carry a basket around full of he probably carries this squirrel would rather carry everything and tote it around with him than bury his food and come back to it later. So his memory must not help him remember where he leaves stuff, so he has to carry it all the time. And this brings him joy because he thinks he's having faith and keeping up with his stuff, that God's going to provide for him no matter what. So he keeps it and carries it all with him, all of his knowledge and everything about himself while he's running around. He's just toting his little basket full around of all these acorns that make him happy, but that's all the things that he's really gathering up, thinking that it's his facade, you know, his mini master in that basket. Yeah. Because he's not who he says he is, because it's a facade. His soul is dissipating. A yellow bird. It's starting at the solar perplex, and the solar perplex is not even spinning on this man anymore. His chakra is completely like almost clear there, which tells me that if he doesn't do something soon, that there's going to be a lot of people sitting in a state of grief because of this completion, this funeral. That's I'm trying to get the glare off it for you. Yeah, grief and completion. And it's going to be bittersweet. It has to do with that, and impatience. Somebody who's a workaholic. So somebody may have been running late for work and thought they had all their ducks in a row and all their acorns in a basket, and that allows for them to maybe have an accident rushing like that because they're running from themselves instead of taking time to listen to their higher self. Okay, this person may own a lighter colored dog. This person might like orange. They may like the sun up or sundown. They have a grandfather and a mother that's, or yeah, I would say mother or aunt that's already residing in death. Yeah. And they feel guilty for this path this man chose, even though it was his own path, because a lot of the habits that this man or woman has displayed is things that they didn't iron out before they left. They left the wrinkles in these people's lives by teaching it to them. That's why God is not going to, and giving them a state of confusion. That's why God is not going to allow this powerful person to keep confusing people with this confusion card, with this guilt. Is, just because they didn't iron all the wrinkles out of their own life and they chose to run from it, and just let the wind blow it out. God will bring balance to it to prove a point to other people about this state of confusion. If you're a facade, there is no room for you to be a teacher of teaching ways of evolution and elevation to people if you're teaching them how to go opposite while tricking them into believing it's the right thing to do. Whether you mean to or not, you're giving people insecurities, and it's making them lose their instinctual abilities that are attached to their soul. And when you live in a state of vanity and think that you're God or you're better than thou or you're above people, that is a facade. And I am seeing that when this person goes to cross through the gates, of course, they disown their own self. They will go to hell, and especially if they take their own selves out. But they're actually going to see their true self when they get there, and like have to go through a Christmas past thing like Scrooge does and go view themselves. But they're going to see how wonderful they were. A beautiful, genuine, masculine leader that was to help do lots of things this life They neglected all of their divine responsibilities, especially when it came to faith. Faith in their quest to persevere, to finding their self, to doing the work of healing. You know, it is not our fault, the lives we're born into, but it is our fault not to change it when we're able and capable. You know, the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to change the things that I can change, but to accept the things that I cannot change, and to be okay with that. To have faith in Him, that you know He has it, that you can be okay with that. Trickery. Explain the trickery to me. They trick themselves right out of their joy. Evolution, yeah, plan B. Balance, yeah, plan B. That's what they do to kill babies. This man may be involved with somebody that had an abortion and it literally started dissipating their soul. Find another way, that man said, but it didn't happen. He didn't push for it either. So that's the situation this man is running from. He doesn't want to admit it. All right, explain the joy card of how this trickery with the joy is dissipating from the grief with the completion. Divine presence. That was the powerful change that was coming. The hyper focus, the sudden shift from the trickery is to find another way. Don't do this. This will bring you a spiritual growth, a hyper focus of a powerful change. This was miracles for you. With dissipating, the new beginnings in their willpower is dissipating. They don't have that anymore. And they're not able to finish their goals or to get success in those either. It's all seeming like it was for nothing. 38, 14, and 47 could be important. The year 2014, something happened. Maybe that abortion, maybe this person was 38 and 47, or maybe they're 38 and 47 now. Maybe they were young. Explain this grief about this situation with the new beginnings that are not going to be attainable unless somebody does some serious shadow work soon, very fast. Yeah, with lifestyle and affection, generosity and pleasure, they've got too much of that going on, too much leisure time to have their heart centered for their wish fulfillment, which is why they got this completion, this grave. Yeah. They're going to learn they needed to have unconditional forgiveness with themselves, that they needed to see only inner innocence in themselves and others to be able to forgive, and to know that we're all just humans and that we make mistakes, but you have to forgive in order to care for themselves and to be able to nurture themselves back to a loving nature, you know, with inside themselves. They would have had to have done that, or have to do that. And, you know, they could only have 9 months to do this. And again, they may have a familiar of a lighter colored dog. I'm seeing another dog here. Explain this guilt. It's the guilt because the trickery is vanity. They have been tricking people through vanity about their blessings and something to do with the 11th hour. They have guilt for something they did at 11 o'clock. Maybe that's the same situation I'm talking about, but maybe not. You know, and an abortion could be of themselves. They aborted themselves out. Their soul, they aborted it. Done, killed it, vamoose, gone. You know, and they felt like that was the next best step. Developed plans. They got every bit of the detail. They unruffled everything, and in return, they were what was unruffled. And this was according to the divine plan, because while they were researching, it was already written. What was written will be. So you have two different choices here, one way or the other, or no other. You know, that's it. And that's where they failed to realize, is that no matter who you think you are, God is in control of everything. Yeah. With experience and being focused and efficient and motivated from not finding their purpose is why they feel confusion. What is the balancing act for this person? With balance, I know there's three people that they're going to have to go back to in order to balance this. Maybe somebody with shorter red hair, shoulder length blonde hair, and a man with short curly hair. But there's three people that's very affected by this person's decision to run from themselves. They would have to feel good, have hope, and generosity, but they would have to manifest it. And you can only, I help you tune into the higher octaves of abundance to magnify the good things in life. Satakil. That's who you need to pray to. Angel Satakil. They're going to help you bring balance to your life and help you learn to trust. What about this insecurities? This has to do with this Mercury retrograde type of energy that was never healed. So now that we're in Mercury retrograde, it has came back up for this person. So something that was done in the past is now coming back with consequences as well. And estrangement brings in alignment solutions and releases pain. So the insecurities this person had was that they were always estranged, non-committal. They were scattered. They had, in 6 to 12 months, they had accomplished nothing. They haven't even forgiven anybody for their past wrongs. And they're just holding on to these generational blockages. And I mean generational because this is something going from lifetime, generation to generation, just right there in their immediate generations. And give it time, they'll be okay, is what I hear. Yeah. With quantum, they need to raise their vibrations to get out of these insecurities and realize that there's a divine partnership with yourselves, and instinctively you should know your own soul. So run back to it so it can help you. You have a partnership with it, your vessel. You must be getting physically sick. When the soul goes to leave the body, the vessel begins to get sick. Tell me about the instincts. Yeah. Guidance, a prophetic vision, decisions, a plan of action, sparks of inspirations, something better, something on Tuesday, changed everything, I'm hearing. I give wisdom to help solve complicated problems, okay? And that's my instinct to help this person instinctively, is to get on here and give them a message of your different roadblocks that you could see, but to know that it's already written. The part with the semicolon where it could have ended, but it didn't. It's written for you. But you have to do the work. Stop running and turn around and look at your true reflection. If you like sending nude pictures, you want to be a stripper because you want people to look at you and not touch you. Really, really clear, cutthroat truth to yourself, and you'll see where you went wrong. Tell me about this vanity. The aha moment. Somebody realizes what the problem was. Mental fog. Making them believe in a persona that was never them, or who, or their purpose to begin with. What about this facade? Yeah. They need healing light workers, spiritual insight, and patron of the arts and science, changes the mirror of the soul to help you see how to come in alignment with your true inner self. That's what they need. They need divine light to get out of this facade, this instantaneous changes that were brought about by running from being in alignment with their true inner self. Show me about the faith. The guardian of the gates of the east wind. That's enlightenment, and it brings joy with listens attentively and hold the line. In summer, love, gratitude, and surrender. That's what this man will have to learn in order to finish this quest. Is right now, at this time and place in summer, he will have to ask the angels to hold the line right here. Don't judge me just a second. I don't need to come through there yet to get my prejudgment before knowing where I would go. Hang on a second. Hold the line for me. I'll be right back. I have to go do something really fast. 3 things. I have to learn about love and gratitude, and I've got to surrender myself to my divine path and myself. Oh my gosh. What am I ever going to do? I'm going to keep persevering in order to find myself, right? Tell me about this quest. This person could be 25, 45, 34, 42. Their birthday could be January 3rd. Something to do with that 11 hour, the offense and defense. There was something that happened that has to be forgiven for or talked about. It grants long life, and without it, it's not going to happen. Maybe you can screenshot that and see I'm not bullshitting you. It grants long life. Find courage to do things you're afraid to do and help you pull off the impossible. No cause is lost. Not every being who wanders is lost or looking for something. Maybe they found something and they're enjoying it because they persevered to get it. With perseverance, you know, you have a guardian who is guiding you through this, your guides, you know, for the everlasting life, and that it's acceptance with crossing over. It aids transitions and gives comfort. It transforms emotional pain. And, you know, in a year, 1 year or more, if things don't change, they're going to be having to help you cross over. Yeah, you'll have no more eternal youth. You'll be in the wilderness a lot longer than 40 days and 40 nights. With the guardian of the wilderness here, it's natural cures to everything. They're going to take you away from everything that was the problem here, with no reincarnation and no ability to come back here and to help humanity, because you didn't help it. You took it down. You were helping be its downfall. I will protect your wilderness adventures and efforts to conserve your natural nature, right? Did you understand that? I will protect your wilderness adventures and efforts if you basically do this. The divine will not do that for you in the wilderness if you are not doing your shadow work. Why would they care if you are out there just enjoying yourself, stealing all of your stinky glory of baggage of decomposing energies that are stuck on you, which in return, just like an aloe, if you get a bunch of decomposing stuff and it hits your aloe plant, no matter where it hits, it's going to start decomposing with it. It's the process that starts. It's like a chain reaction. Well, your body works like that too with your soul. When your soul leaves, your body starts to decompose. And, you know, that's the process. You know, you need to be assertive, reveal lies, stop overthinking, you know, use the clarity and battle your depression so that you can be your own serenity and learn your life lessons with emotional connection and visions. Speak through signs. The divine is speaking to you, and you need to listen to them And if you're not going to listen when you see them, then speak them to yourself so you can quit running from yourself and get it figured out. Because at this rate, you are damaging your soul. You need to have unconditional love for yourself. Self-love is where it's at. It heals broken hearts from tenderness. But you need to stop being so hard on yourself and actually do the shadow work, and you would see there's no reason to be like that. And restore harmony to your soul because you've beat it up and ran from it, and it's lonely. And it also helps with, if you're a twin flame or you have a soulmate attached to you, you're running from them and your path and everything about that too. So you're running from your divine contract, and you're going to be questioned about that one day, I have a feeling, by our Father. If you can't see, maybe use your hand and see, feel, smell, taste, your feet. Yeah, your physical alignments. Travel safely. Pain relief, health, wellness, answered prayers, and recovery. Somebody's going to start their recovery process Wednesday. Maybe they'll even be checking themselves into a rehab. I'm unsure of that. But again, their familiars helping guide this. They're light-colored dog again. Because they no longer want to do harm to their soul or their body. Because during their run about, they realized that they lost the love, self-love. And that's why everything feels like, and every person feels like, they're coming in, binding them with spell work or doing something to cause chaos in their life. Yeah. Liberating the truth will give you the power to bind your shoelaces back up and tie that pretty bow and allow you to be the only thing that your soul is bound to or binded in, and that's in its divine purpose. With impossible miracles, your angels and your ancestors are willing to give you rapid healing from this. When you take one step forward, they'll take 10 for you. With such astounding surprises and a miracle cure, many, many timelines will be healed, and surprise yourself even. So be swift when acknowledging if this message is for you or not. If you're not for sure if this message is for you, then take what's in here that gets your soul going and use that message to be your inspiration to remember that your soul is yourself and you are yourself, and nobody's opinion of you matters enough to make you terrified enough to run from yourself and not want to be with yourself. My heart goes out to whoever this is. And with that being said, we'll get one more message to close this out. Yeah, what goes around comes around, right? I only want a different card. Awaken deck, that would be good. So I've been getting into some of my older decks, which are my ultimate favorite ones. And this just happens to be one of them. And it's my Awaken Your Inner Wisdom. So that's what this person really needs. Drift on the wind to sow the seeds of compassion and wisdom in this dream. Yeah, this person needs to ground down. You can do that by starting to sage yourself. Take your shoes off and go outside and walk around. Crystals will be of assistance to help you heal. Give me a positive message to help this person, man or woman, who needs to stop running from their soul and realize they're one of the most beautiful creatures that could ever be evolved into such a thing as a soul that could be carried around in a vessel and showed to the world with such talent of our Creator. So give me a positive step forward to their awakening state, please, Holy Father. An infinite abundance of sparkling synchronicities. And hello, Void. So there's going to be an abundance amount of synchronicities that are going to come through to get your attention so that you don't miss something, so that you avoid something. And greet it yourself, your soul. You know, with once you get through with this road, this path, this upward battle of chasing yourself down and finding it in this wonderful game of hide and seek you've developed, you are going to untwist the DNA strands that have been damaged inside of your soul and your body and allow you to really begin to build a legacy and not keep unraveling because of this quest, this journey, and allow you to begin anew, to have a new day, a new life. You know, just like those peacock feathers that are here in this picture, allow you to strut your stuff because you'll be proud of who you are once you tear yourself down with that shadow work and build yourself up better than you ever have before. And all of your guides, your ancestors, yeah, it's going to allow you to shine on, are there waiting just to assist you in this, to help build you back up. But be kind to yourself, yeah. Masculine and feminine, they're going to make you balanced. Bring in your soulmate and allow you to live this life in intent and become to be the pearl with this sacred connection with yourself. Because just like the pearl, it may have started with just a grain of sand, but throughout time you created something that was so magnificent because you held on to it and kept it right there inside and did not allow for it to go out and come back, go out and come back, and lose the pressure and the perfection that this oyster was trying to make this little grain of sand become. And that's some valuable, beautiful pearl that everybody in the world can recognize its shining aura and its glow and its healing qualities. So just remember that life's just a dance, and you learn as we go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. But don't worry about what you don't know, because life's a dance. You lead and you follow. That's a song. It's an old country song. You are a precious gem with brilliance. Don't allow your diamond to be cracked so bad that it shatters and can't be put back together. I'm hoping this message reaches the person it needs to and helps them begin their healing process. An elephant never forgets. If I've seen you once in a lifetime, if I've loved you then, I'll love you again. My soul's my best friend. Have a good day.